and forgotten.
Okay, I think we're recording now.
Within 15 years of his
So,
death, there
I'm
were
just
70,000 English
finishing
settlers in
watching
110
a
towns along the Mississippi,
phenomenally well
and
directed,
fewer than
wonderful
20,000 Native
documentary
Americans left
called The
in
Real
half a dozen tribes.
Pilgrims. It
And as
was
it
an
lost
American
1,000 more to
experience
homicide.
documentary that was filmed,
In
and it's
1675,
just
Massasoit's own
getting
son,
over
Anacott,
actually.
called Philip by the settlers,
Now,
helped
they're
lead
gonna
the
start
desperate
airing this,
Boston
I
Company
guess,
to drive the
in
English
as
colonists
of
from their
next
territory
week, which I think
before
is
their
great
war
for
on the
everybody.
supposedly
But they
Pilgrims.
had the first two episodes basically here on Amazon Prime. Um, you know, there's so much that we were not taught. I feel like they completely lied to every single one of us about the Pilgrims and the things that they had to basically accomplish on their own to even get here, to start the community that they were trying to build. But there was a lot of things that they
The
didn't talk
manuscript
about too. A
William
lot of
Bradford
dark
had left
stuff
to
that
his son's
happened:
heirs on his deathbed was
famine,
carefully handed down in the
disease,
family from one generation
war
to the
between
next.
the Indians and
Until a century
themselves,
after his death, the family
disagreements
throne was the
about
library of the
beliefs.
Old South Church in
Um,
Boston.
some people even
It
committed
was still there
suicide
in
and other things like that
1767
because of
when the last royal government was
starvation,
founded.
and
Thomas Hutchinson
didn't sound like a
consulted a
very
few of his
fun time
family
to me,
friends.
honestly.
After which,
So
the revolution came, and the manuscript
the
vanished into thin air.
basically point of this is I'm just trying to tell people that what they were telling us in school and what they were teaching us about the puppy dogs and rainbow stories about peace and harmony and in between, you know, the settlers and the Indians and all this stuff in history. No. No, it's not. It's not true by any
For
means.
years following independence, the
The
missing Bradford
Pilgrims
text was lamented by scholars
obviously
of the
had a
North
lot of
as the shadow of American history
horrible
lengthened,
things happening
and
to
as a
them,
bitter sectional dispute between
long
North and
before they were
South
getting along with
intensified.
the Native Americans,
Fought in
long
part
before the
over whether
dinner
the
even
nation's
happened.
deepest roots
The
lay
other
in
thing I want to
clerical
point out is
Unitarianism
that
or Puritanism.
they're saying that in this documentary that I've been watching, that there was never once one thing in any of journals or any things that were really written by the people
All
who were
hope of the
actually
book's
there
recovery had been
that
lost
state
when in
that
1855 a
there's
scholar
a
browsing through a
Thanksgiving.
bookstore in Boston
Uh,
chanced upon a
Apparently,
recently
that was just
published English
something that
history of
somebody
the
later
Anglican
on in
Church in
history
America,
came up with the
and his eye
holiday.
fell on an unmistakable
Apparently, it was
quotation
supposed to be
from
called
Wilson
something
Bradford's name.
different. So,
Excited inquiry
and
revealed that the
so yes,
well-marked
don't believe the
manuscript
puppy
had
dog
somehow
and
found its way,
rainbow
though one
bull
knew how,
crappy
into the library of the
story
Bishop
that
of
they
London
taught us
at
in
Fulham
school,
Palace.
because it sounded like there was
The
way
bishop
too much
refused to
stuff
surrender the
going on,
manuscript, but
that they
consented to
left
have it
out, and
mailed
they
to
didn't
London
want to tell people
and sent
about
back to
the
Boston,
struggles of all these
where it
people
was
trying to
published
get
in
along.
1856,
The fact that the
starting a
plague
pre-war pilgrimage
had
to
already
Fulham
wiped out most
for
of
the
the
eve of the
towns
bloodiest war in American
before
history,
the Pilgrims even came
in the
here.
midst of which,
So
as the death toll
let's
mounted,
get our facts
Abraham
straight
Lincoln
here,
established the last
that
Thursday in November
Thanksgiving
as
is
the National
not,
Day of Thanksgiving, in honor of the Pilgrim
this
Fathers,
puppy dog and
and by
rainbow
the end of which the
togetherness
Pilgrim
thing
era
that
had been
people are
officially anointed
celebrating.
as the true founding
Basically,
years
it
of
was
America.
about surviving and trying to get along with one another. It wasn't about like being thankful for, you know, families and stuff. I mean, from my understanding, by watching this, most of the Pilgrims' families, uh, not too many of them actually really survived plague and disease and war between the Indian tribes. So let's be honest with this situation. Um, Thanksgiving is not puppy dog and rainbow, and happy joy joy. I mean, it sounds like the tradition of Thanksgiving was more about survival and trying to live in the new world without being killed by plague and death and war.
In
So
the spring of
let's
1896, the
let's
little
rethink
manuscript
this
found
for
in
a while
Burn's Attic
here.
was finally brought to light.
Um, And this was a huge eye-opener for me to watch this documentary. American Experience is a wonderful TV series. They've done a lot of things that are really good for everybody to educate them on real things that really happened in those periods of time. So let's be thankful that PBS does stuff like this. So yeah, go check it out. It's on Amazon Prime. It's definitely worth you watching it. It's called The Pilgrims. You know, wonderful documentary. Thank you, PBS.